In this video, we're just going to create an inventory item. So up the top, you can see we can create a new POS, a new inventory item, a new customer, or a new rental. So I'm going to create a new inventory item. It can be a kit, which is a container which can have multiple items inside it. It can be a rental item, a sell item, a service we provide, or something that we sub-rent off another provider. So I'm going to create a rental item first. And we're going to put in a JCB excavator. So we'll just paste that in. The category is going to be excavator. And then we can have predefined subcategories. Let's say it's plant. Scrolling down here, we could select the supplier who we buy it off, what location it is in our warehouse, how many we're starting with. So we're going to say we've got 3 to start with, and we're adding 3. So now the stock is 3. Replacement cost, if someone destroyed this machine, how much we would charge them. So I'm going to say $43,000. And across on the right hand side here, we could, if it was a smaller item, we could have a bin that we located in our warehouse. What did it cost us? And if we were to sell it, how much would we sell it for? So we can drop that in. Also, if we charge a security deposit, then we could put that in as well. So we're saying a $200 deposit. This is a staff prompt, so it's going to prompt the staff member once they add this item to a job, and it could be make sure you check the oil, check certain certifications. This item notes is going to be for the customer. So underneath the 1 ton excavator or 1.8 ton excavator, it would have underneath whatever you've written in here. And it could be make sure that you don't scratch the surface or don't add this. It's just an instruction to the customer. Now, if we wanted to add an image for that item, we can then just find that image and drop that in. And we also can put some text in, so we can create promotional brochures, which we click on the edit button on the right hand side here, and then we can just paste that text in, and we can make it nice and add bold or whatever we choose to make it look nice. And we save that. And so if someone rang up and said, I need an excavator, I could then click send mail or create a PDF and drop it in email. We can also add an attachment here. So if we had that spec sheet for it, we can actually just drop that in. And then we could even send that spec sheet from here, or in a job, we would see that spec sheet and be able to send it to the customer. If we didn't want to track the inventory, we could say don't track. It just means we won't check for availabilities. And also so that this is a taxable item. This little icon here allows us to track the weight, tear, any lengths, width. But you can see that this is called RAM. In the back end of the software, you can name these there's 8 spare fields, and you can name them what you like, so you can get more information on this item in here. At the moment, we've set this to bulk. Now, a bulk item would be a chair or something that we don't really want to track the maintenance on. But this excavator we do, so we change it to serialized. It's now going to create 3 assets. And those assets we can track when we purchased it, what the warranty was, when did it start, how much did it cost us, ex-tax, or any comments that we want to put. From here, we could also add maintenance. So as we're moving down the track, we're only creating a new item, but if this was already in our fleet and we had to do something to it to maintain it, we can then click add maintenance button, and we get the ability to add staff members or external suppliers that would actually fix that. And then we can just save that, and we can put notes in there, what needs to be done. We could also even assign it to a customer, and then add items to this service, and then create an invoice against that customer. The boys would go along and do the maintenance, and then basically once they've completed it, it would be logged. The whole purpose here is that once we put a cost for that, we can then save that in our maintenance log. Now, we also have service. So how often do we need to service the item? What's the current hours? When was the last time it was serviced? And when's the next service due? Obviously, how do we track it? By the kilometers, by the hour? And it would just show, once this is filled in, it would show you once this is filled in, you would see when its next service is due. Also, the software allows you to track the test and tagging of inventory. So we're saying in every 90 days, this item electronic component needs to be tested. So we could add a test and then create a asset number and generate a tag, and then print that tag to a tag printer that can be then stuck on that component. So this is the maintenance section. The second button along is the rates and kits. So here is where we'd put the prices. We don't do an hourly rate, so we'll delete that one. And we don't do a monthly rate, so we'll delete that one as well. For a daily rate, we're going to charge $175 for somebody that walks in off the street. And the purpose of this B, C, and D is that we can then have $165. So this is a classification that we can give our customers so that they'll get if they're a good customer, they get the B rate. And if they're a really good customer, then they can get the C rate. Same as we can do for weekly, $650 a week. If they're a B customer, which is, they can get it for $600 a week, and even $570, whatever you choose. If we do sub-rent that item, we could put a cost here so we know daily we charge $175, and Joe Blow's sub-rental hire company is going to charge us $150, so we can always know how much money we're going to make. Up the top here is the components. Now, this means that when this 1-ton excavator goes out, we can then say it needs to have this and this, plus we can add buckets from our inventory or any attachments that we'd want to add. And plus we could add services that we provide, and we just click add and close, and it puts those items in. We can then also say we don't want the customer to see those, but our boys with the worksheets, they will see those. And then we could put a price for individual items, or it's basically in the rate here. This is the history, so it's going to show you who's got it currently or who's got it today, who's had it last week, when, and also the maintenance. So we can see the maintenance item that we put in, and it's in progress. And there's also a tab here where we'd see all the maintenance that's required in the software. And then we have an online store section, so we could say we want to put this into our online store for booking. So that's how you create a new inventory item.